Hi everyone, here's another update on what we're going to be able to do next week. Firstly, most importantly,
we're going to try and do it really quick.
Yeah.
There's lots of information to get through.
but most importantly, we are open from Wednesday next week.
Yes, we are.
Alright, so we will post, I have emailed the timetable to everyone on the email list, and we will also post it on Facebook and on our website.
But it'll be really similar to what it was before.
Yeah,
There are going to be some changes. I think perhaps the biggest change is that we've had to split karate into under 18s and over 18s. So if you're 17 and under, obviously not Little Dragons because you guys are separate anyway, 17 and under, then you guys are going to be together. If you're 18 and over, you guys are going to be together. That does mean, unfortunately, now we can't split the classes by grade, which we had started to do, which was really popular and working really well. But we just can't divide into under 18 and over 18 and then further again into grades because we just don't have enough space on the timetable to do that.
we will go back to that though as soon as
We will.
everything goes back to normal, because that's working really
Yeah.
well, and we will definitely go back to splitting classes
Yeah.
by grade. It makes it easier for the instructors as well.
It does, yeah. But kickboxing and Muay Thai are going to remain the same, just simply because we don't have many juniors that do kickboxing. We don't allow you to do kickboxing unless you're over 13, or if you're a junior black belt in karate, or in another style for that matter. So for that reason, we've counted how many under 18s we've got in kickboxing, and we haven't really got that many of you, so you guys are all going to be as one. The same thing with the Muay Thai as well, because we're not going to be exceeding capacity if we have a class that's kickboxing or Muay Thai that's mixed. But there will be some restrictions. If you're training in a class with adults really aren't allowed to get anywhere near as close to each other as anybody who's under 18. So there will be some differences on the things that we can and can't do now.
But we'll make it fun. It will still be good,
Yeah.
and we'll still have a good laugh and a good hard training session.
And you're still getting out of your house, you're still going somewhere else that's not school or work, and you're getting to do some exercise, so that's probably one of the most important things.
Yeah, and we can keep you sane.
Yeah, try at least.
All right. What's next then?
So when you come to class, we've got the same procedure as we had before. You need to wait outside. You need to socially distance yourself from other people who aren't in your household or in your support bubble. You need to make sure you do that, please. When you come to the door, you have your temperature checked. Then you need to sanitise your hands as you come in. There is a little bit of a difference, and I have written all of this out, and it's on the website, or it will be on the website later today, because I just haven't clicked the go button yet on the website, but it's all done. I've written it all out, so if you can take a moment to read it, then that would be great. You only have to read it once, then hopefully it's in your mind. But the other change that we've got is that when you come to class, we need you to wear a mask.
There's a fly in here.
Okay, chopsticks.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, we need you to wear a mask, and you need to keep your mask on until you come inside and you've done your little bit of coming in, putting your drink down, and taking your shoes off. When it's time to get onto the mat, you can take your mask off. You don't need to wear your mask for a class. There are some exemptions, of course. If you are exempt from wearing a mask, you know who you are, then you don't need to wear a mask. And the other people that are exempt are anybody who's 12 years and under. You guys don't need to wear a mask. But parents as well, when you bring your kids to drop them off or you come to pick them up and you're perhaps loitering in the entranceway, or if you're in Harleston or Roydon, you're in the car park close to the door, then we need you guys to wear a mask too, please.
Something that's quite important, I think. The weather is cooling down a bit.
Yeah.
If you're going to come here in good time for a class, I admire that. I think if you're here 5-10 minutes before a
Yeah.
class, I'm full of admiration for you. Wrap up warm.
Yeah.
You're going to have to be outside. Make sure you're not freezing cold for when you actually get to come in.
And equally, you don't want to get a cold or anything nasty and somebody says to you, you need to self-isolate because we don't know if that's COVID, and you don't want to be in that situation over Christmas. So make sure you're looking after yourselves. And as you said about injuries and
Yeah,
things
absolutely.
like that.
Don't increase your risk of being injured by being cold.
Yeah.
Also, wrap up warm when you leave. If you're in here, you're having a hot, sweaty session, there's perspiration dripping off you, you go outside and it's cold, you're going to get cold really quickly.
Yeah.
Wrap up warm. It's so important.
If anybody needs a hoodie or a jumper or anything like that, then
Yeah, you know a great supplier.
you know the place to come. Sale. We're having a sale on the 1st of December, so keep your eyes on our website because our shop's going to go live on the 1st of December. Just sneak that one into the conversation.
Prep classes.
Prep
Shall we have a
classes.
quick talk about
Yep.
prep classes?
Yep.
We have divided the prep classes into people who are going for first dan and junior black belt, and people who are going for higher dan grades. So the higher dan grades will be, obviously you're going for second dan, third dan or fourth dan. You will need to be here at 6:30 on a Saturday, starting Saturday
It's the 5th.
5th of December.
Yep.
And that will be until 7:50.
Yep.
And then
8
from 8 until 9:20.
Yep.
That will be people going for junior black belt and first dan.
Yep.
Yep. So it's a shame because it's great to have everyone training together. I love the concept of the lower grades seeing how good the higher grades are,
Yeah.
and for it all to be an inspirational thing. But circumstances just aren't going to allow that this time.
We are hoping that this is just going to be in this brief period between now and when we come back in January. We're hoping things might adjust a little bit by then and we can go back to what we were doing before with adults and kids mixing
That
as
would be
well.
good.
Because we know as well there's quite a few parents who train with their children. So, you know, it's now possibly going to cause you some more challenges because you might have to come to 2 classes instead of 1. So we apologise for that. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do. As we said, we much prefer the grade thing anyway, but we just can't do it at the moment. Hopefully in January we can.
Yes, and I suppose, thinking logically, if some of you are 16, 17, 18 and you'd like to come to an adult class and that class isn't full, then by all means, there's no reason why you can't come to that class, is there?
Yeah.
But you will have to stick to adult rules, that's
Yeah.
the thing.
And
It'll be run along what's allowed for adults, not what's allowed for children.
I think it would be best if your first option A, could be the under 18s
absolutely.
class. But what, you know, for example, if you're 17 and you log on to book a class and you can't get in, there's no spaces, but there's spaces in the adults class, of course. Do that as a one-off, but don't do it all the time if you can avoid it. I'm not sure if I've mentioned the booking system on the website, classes you've got to book yourself into.
Just like before.
Just like before, go to the website, and there's separate bookings for Norwich and separate booking for Roydon and Harleston. I keep wanting to say Diss and Harleston because Diss was the place that we always used to teach, but it's Roydon now, Roydon and Harleston. Those pages are up there. Very, very similar layout and format to how it was before in terms of what classes we've got on what days. Obviously now just usually split because we've got adults and under 18s as well. So go and check that out. You can book yourself into 2 classes in advance. So if you do kickboxing and you do karate, you can book yourself into 2 kickboxing classes and 2 karate classes in advance. Please don't book them all because, you know, you've got to give everybody a chance, be fair, and then everybody gets a chance to train.
We love your keenness.
Yes.
But we'd be good to let everyone train as well.
Yes.
All right. So some people aren't as fast on the old keyboard.
No, no. And
So-
also we have a lot of grandparents who do the bookings for
Yeah.
their grandchildren, and we have to make sure that, you know, everybody gets a chance to book. So the other thing that we need to mention is the festive staggered break
Oh yes.
that we're having. So
Shall I go through that?
go on. Let's
So usually we close for 2 weeks at Christmas. It's the only time we are ever closed, apart from bank holidays.
Oh yeah.
However, this year we figure we've been closed enough, and we've had lots of opportunity to do
Yeah.
alterations and whatever here. So we're going to teach up until the 22nd of December. Then we'll have the day before Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day off, and then we're back at it on the Monday, which is the 28th, 29th, 30th. We will have classes 28th, 29th and 30th, and then we'll stop and not have a class the 31st, the 30th,
This is all very
31st.
confusing.
Anyway, it's all on the
It's all
website,
on
but
the website.
there are some classes between Christmas and New
Yeah.
Year, and we're back on the 4th of January after New Year.
As normal. Well, hopefully we may be back to a little bit more more
Yes.
normal by the 4th
Hopefully
of
the
January.
timetable will look a bit more like it used to look
Yeah.
in January, but we can't promise anything. Obviously, that's out of
No.
our hands.
No, it is, unfortunately.
But we're back. We're ready. We're fired up and excited to see everyone, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. It's going to be exciting. Be nice before Christmas as well. Unfortunately, it means no Christmas party,
Oh,
which
man.
I'm devastated about because I love organising a Christmas party every year. So we're just going to have to look forward to next year and go from there. If you were one of the people who were expecting a black belt certificate at the Christmas party this year, you have a few options. You can still have it, but it will just be given to you in a class. Or you could wait for it and you can wait and receive it at our next social gathering. Of course, we don't know when that's going to be, but I always think personally it's nice to get your black belt certificate at a social gathering,
it's
to
nice,
have it
yeah.
presented to you properly. We normally do it with the higher grades, the senior grades, who actually give you your certificate. We might even be able to shake your hand by then, so that would be nice. But it's your call. It's your certificate. So if you're one of those
you're
people,
entitled to it. So.
absolutely, if you're entitled to it, you're one of those people, get in touch. You can either speak to me, send me a message, send you a message, send GMV a message, email, whichever. Let me know your preference, and we can go from there.
All right, is that everything?
I think so. I tried to do it really quick because I didn't want to make a really long video, but there's so much information to give you. Just check out the website. I'm hoping that everything's going to be on there, and it'll all make sense at least.
And as always, if anything's not clear, just ask.
Yeah.
Just ask. Just either send us a message and if the message relates to everyone, then it's not too bad putting it in the WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
But if it's just about you and your child, your whatever, try to send us a private message because obviously that feed will get so
It
clogged
will,
with
yeah.
messages if everyone is asking a personal question that only relates to them. Yeah. Not being rude, just trying to keep that feed so that people don't opt out of it. Because if people opt out of it, then we've got no way to communicate with everyone.
No. And equally, if you're watching this video now and you're thinking you're not in the WhatsApp group and you'd like to be, then get in touch. We can add you into the WhatsApp group. You just need to be aware that, of course, if you're added, then the other people in that group will see your phone number. It's a WhatsApp group. And then equally, if you don't receive emails from us, let us have your email address. I think we've had a few problems with the automatic autoresponder recently because people have been saying they haven't received it, whereas other people have. Please make sure we've got an up-to-date email address for you. That's really important. And also check your junk because, unfortunately, they do tend to go straight into junk if you haven't moved them into your inbox before that. And I think that's it.
Good. All right. See you soon. See you certainly next Wednesday, and hopefully see you online a couple of times before then.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
All right.
See you later, guys.